Ndị be anyị ekeneni m unu n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị sị na ya dịrị ndị Igbo na mma. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Igbo Media ka anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasịta maka ana Igbo and Igbo community and ihe debe na Nigeria. Ya bụ ife ka anyị na-ewetara unu na Igbo Media. Dịka isi wee na-esole anyị, ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị ị na-abịa n'ilu akwụkwọ na Igbo Media, kabaru ka subscribe and turn on your notification ka ị lapụ miss any of our update dịka anyị na-etikwu ya n'ilu akwụkwọ kwa mgbe. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ya wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa gbasịta maka ka ya bụ ife si ada and gbasịta maka ka ya bụ ife si akpọtụ n'ala Igbo. Biko mma achọ ka ige ya bụ ife. Ihe a bụ Biafran Prime Minister Maazị Simon Ekpa. O nwere ife okwu n'ilu akwụkwọ mma achọ ka unu ga-esi ya bụ ife ọ na-adọrọpụrụ anyị ifu nche n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ihe ndị a niile okwu. Alright, over to you, sir.
Agitation. Nnamdi Kanu has refused to drop the Biafra agitation, sir. What is the fate of Nnamdi Kanu, and then what is the fate of Nigeria and the fate of President Ahmed Tinubu, sir?
Yes, the fate of Aso Rock, as I'm talking to you this morning. Good morning, wherever you're watching us from. Thank you for coming on this platform. We are going to do a lot of review on the developments surrounding Nnamdi Kanu's negotiations, that is currently going on now. And you can see Nigeria as a nation is already in dilemma, and it discovered that when the federal government secretly powered that negotiation, because of certain factors that has not actually been disclosed. But Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyer, in his wisdom, made it very clearly that it was the federal government who were actually pushing that negotiation deal, which Nnamdi Kanu ever since has actually distanced himself. The struggle has continued. It's between the southern Nigeria and, of course, the northern Nigeria, with so many of them, picking up holes, on the reasons why Nnamdi Kanu should not be released, especially the Fulanis, who saw Nnamdi Kanu as a major threat, to their agenda. And look at the other aspect of it now. The governors are struggling massively. The eastern governors are struggling, to make sure that they push out the threat, that's coming from the Fulani, whom a lot of people see as who are controlling some affairs in relation to what Tinubu is trying to achieve between the dilemma the federal government secretly push themselves in because of the threat that is coming from the north and over certain factors that will be revealed to so many people around the world on this platform. The need for that negotiation is not about Biafra per se. The need for that negotiation is to make sure that knowing fully well that the federal government cannot even win Nnamdi Kanu in their own court, and their continued trial and detention of Nnamdi Kanu, will definitely, put Nnamdi Kanu tall, growing popularity, influence and everything, and it's damaging the relationship, Nigeria might likely have with, the entire Biafran squad, who are bently watching the development as a trend, in that regard. So a lot of people are saying, that Tinubu might have entered a certain agreement, and the northern Nigeria are watching, given what the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, Yerima Shetima, said recently that Nnamdi Kanu should not be released, and coming from that quarter, and of course, President Tinubu having released the likes of other agitators, the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still being heard, why Nnamdi Kanu's matter has become a negotiation that the whole of seat of power Aso Rock is struggling and debating. As I'm talking to you this morning, if I can reveal to you what went on throughout a few days ago, you'll be marveled at what Nnamdi Kanu negotiation has already crippled the government, and that is why you see the likes of Senator Ndume coming to tell the whole world, that the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is currently trapped. Because at a point, he cannot go contrary to the agreement they had, that ceded power to him, and the North are watching. So and he's trying to campaign using fund a certain campaign for Nnamdi Kanu negotiation, which is already of course that is gathering momentum as at now.
But sir, where is the president standing now? Is the president on the stand where he wants to release Nnamdi Kanu, or the president is on the other fence? Where is he pitching his tent to now?
The struggle of the agreement, the consciousness and the body language of the president, is that he need to do that, but he has to do it through the back door. He need to release Nnamdi Kanu, but he has to do it through the back door, because there's an alleged agreement, that went behind the door, considering the fact of Muhammad Buhari's factor, on Nnamdi Kanu, and the northern factor and the Fulani factor, and the president doesn't want it to be seen as directly having powering the negotiation of Nnamdi Kanu. They not actually want Nnamdi Kanu to be there, and why the insecurity, is ravaging in the entire eastern Nigeria, and you can see what the pressure that is coming now. People are asking questions that this guy is overdue, and the president is a kind of handicap. So what the president is trying to do now, he's considering the factor, the political factor Nnamdi Kanu represents in his camp, and that has finally crippled APC Aso Rock camp currently now, because they are struggling. Both of them are in loggerheads, how the Kanu matter is going to balance the political equation come 2027.
Now, speaking about the political equation 2027, now, do you think that the president will bow to the pressure and then release Nnamdi Kanu? Now, if the president does that now, do you think the president will get a second time vote from the north? Because the information reaching us that there's some powerful individual in the north after the president don't jeopardize your chances in the north if Kanu is being released, sir.
No, what I think from the analysis we are getting, from the reports we are getting, is that the president wants to tread carefully now, because as a world development that is happening in River State, as he begin to digest the development also happening in Kano currently, and of course that Edo State election is also coming. So the southern factor is going to play out at the end of the day, because if the North fail to withdraw the current yellow card already flying against the president, over certain issues, including Nnamdi Kanu's factor, he want to use the southern vote, and of course the eastern Igbo vote, to cover up for any margin that is going to lose from the north at the end of the day. So he is prepared to take a calculated risk, considering the fact that the consequences of keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention, might destabilize the whole Nigeria as at now. And you can see the massive threat coming from the Niger Delta militants, with a lot of ultimatum. You can see also the recent ECOWAS meeting where he was almost upturned, by military African leaders, making the same statement, that the federal government has been indicted for violations of human rights, and Nnamdi Kanu's picture was also at play at that ECOWAS meeting.
But sir, last political, sir. Now, who do you think is holding Nnamdi Kanu? The presidency, the president, or the powerful individuals, or the cabals in Aso Rock, or the cabals from the north? Who are the people do you think is holding Mazi in Nnamdi Kanu, as alleged by different individuals?
The understanding is that they command Fulani Caliphate, conquest movement and agenda has eventually collapsed, or is collapsing already, and the strength, and because the man that was supposed to be there is no longer there, that weakened the influence, trying to target, because the arrangement they had, if you go and listen to Femi Adesina, again, and Malami and the rest of them, they had a security meeting on the ground, and the plan was to kill Nnamdi Kanu. But that plan was punctured by Biafran secret service, and they could not do anything, again, as a result of that, they opted for another option of trying to bring him a kidnapping from Kenya to Nigeria. So that influence is is going down, and that's why you see massive uprising, against his release. You can see people from all over the world are saying the same thing. America is saying the same thing. So it has been disclosed that the people who are holding Nnamdi Kanu, it's not even the law, because the Nigerian cannot win Nnamdi Kanu in the court. So what is holding Nnamdi Kanu is possibly seen as interest. And what is the interest? It is the Fulani interest, conquest interest, that they see Nnamdi Kanu as a barrier. And of course, the president himself are beginning to, understand that these elements, need to be checkmated before Nnamdi Kanu will finally, dismember or dismantle the structures, that is holding Nigeria for now.
Thank you for that wonderful submission, Mr. Chinedu Michael. You've listened to our guest on this platform, sir.
Ndị be anyị daalụ nne nnukwu unu si wee na-esore na Igbo Media dịka unu si na-esore anyị sị na Chukwu ka abịa mapụrụ mmiri na ya gozie niile n'ofu n'ofu otu anyị kwuru otu akọ ya dịrịrị ise 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 kapakwa alụ ka itinye alụ nke gị na ihe niile na gbasara maka ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwugasị n'elu akwụkwọ ana ndị ọzọ dị iche iche kabarụ ka itinye alụ nke gị ife ichere n'ụdị nke gị gbasara maka ya bụ ife dịka anyị nọkwa na-echekwa olileanya na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya pụta oge na-adịghị anya na n'ụlọ mkpọrọ anyị sị na Chukwu abịa ma ga-enye ya ike nọnyere ya chekwaba ya mana anyị kwuru otu aka ọ ya dịrịrị ise ise ise. Thank you, and also stay tuned at Eastern News 24. Ka emesịa nụ ndị be anyị.